Okay, welcome back to everybody to 3 Zen. In July 1988, I retired from the Air Force, and in January 1989, I was hired by Northwest Airlines. Somewhere after 9/11, I was captain on the DC-9 and found myself in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania one morning. I had had this trip the week before, so I was familiar with the mechanics of it, how it worked, and so forth. This particular trip, we had a 5 o'clock pickup at the hotel for a 6 o'clock departure. And it was in December, so the lines through TSA with the holiday traffic were continuing to grow. So it was imperative we make that 5 o'clock van. Now, the week before, we made it, but just barely. So on this particular trip, when I went in to the hotel, I signed up for the van so we would be assured seating. And that's kind of the way it played out. We showed up, the crew, myself, the co-pilot, and 2 flight attendants, showed up and they put us right on the van and we took the 4 seats in the back. So we're sitting back there and watch everything else going on. There was a huge crowd sitting there waiting to get on the van. So this one family gets on, and there was this woman. She was wearing jeans. Her hair was in a ponytail. She was wearing a plaid shirt. And she had this kid, I would imagine he was around 10 or 11. And her husband. Now, her husband was kind of how would I describe him? Not sure how to describe him. He just kind of slid in, found a seat, and hunkered down. We'll leave it at that. So she gets in the van, and the kid sits next to her, and people are coming on. And the driver says, folks, he says, if you have children, he says, we're asking you to have them sit on your lap so that we can get more people on the van. And he says, it's really busy this time of year. So this lady looks at her son, she says, Johnny, she says, why don't you come over here and hop up on my lap? And he says, no, I don't want to. I want my own seat. So she says, well, and she tries to explain it to him. She says, we got a lot of people want to get to the airport. And says, it'd really be nice if you'd hop over and just sit on mommy's lap. And he looks at her, he says, Mother, that is not an option. Whoa, Mother, that is not an option. So I looked at her, and she's trying to maintain her composure. I looked at the kid. I could care less about the kid. And then I looked over at her husband, and he was hunkered down. He didn't want any part of this discussion. So she says to him again, she says, you get over here right now, and we're going to help these people out. And he said, no, I told you that is not an option. So in my typical stage voice, I looked over at one of the flight attendants, and I said, all right. I said, at this very point, right now, on this van, had I been with my mom and dad, I said, my ass would be on fire. Well, that gal turned and just glared at me. But that was the truth. I was appalled at that. I just never had seen that. Mother, that is not an option. I don't think I would have even tried that with my mom. But at any rate, just one of the stories from the airlines. Good to see everybody. Come back again.